What is up, guys? We're just gonna be breaking down the trade. We're gonna do our trade recap with the trade that we took on NQ today. So let's get right to it. So, just coming into this week here, we had a holiday on Monday, Martin Luther King Day in the States, and we also had Tuesday. So, this daily candle is an accumulation of the 2 days here within. So it's with one candle specifically. So we didn't really get a lot of like information on Monday, like based on like the daily candle aspect. But what we can talk about right now is how price came into this relevant low here, right out of this range here. You can see now we attacked it, and we're now want to ask ourselves if we're either gonna manipulate or we're gonna fail to manipulate it and continue back to the next relevant low here, right? Currently, there was an SMT with YM here at that low. Let's just confirm it so you guys can see. So right here, you can see NQ and ES took out this relevant low while while YM was still respecting it. So that was our SMT here. Now we just needed to confirm the daily profile on our 4-hour to anticipate whether or not we were going to continue going higher, or if we're going to continue going lower or reverse to go higher. So you can see the open, we started moving up higher. 2 a.m. we formed a C2, which most likely was willing to come attack these relative equal lows here. You can see how the next candle, this was a 6 a.m. candle, so realistically we needed to wait for some more information. Today we had Trump speaking at the WEF meeting, so today's session was very volatile just due to that, because the market was moving aggressive just for Trump speaking. So it was in a way it was a good thing for especially for intermediate and advanced traders, because they were able to catch, if you were on the right side, you were able to get some great RR. So once we formed this manipulation attacking previous day's low, we were looking at how this 4-hour formed the C2, right? We were able to close back above the order block. The only thing was that let me just check one more time. Yeah, there was really no SMT but that SMT that I had marked here that we were talking about. So this was the only SMT here, but what we can confirm it with was the reversal, which was an expansion with expansion. Once we go back to our hourly, you could see how we expanded lower and then we expanded higher. This gives us the confirmation that we're willing to go higher. We also did have an SMT here at the low. I think it was with YM once again. Yeah, it was right here, so you can see and get the idea. So right here, this gives us the confirmation of the reversal, especially once we start expanding away from it. This confirms the low of day. You can see how the profile was. We just started going higher, not really coming into like we were respecting this order block here. Clearly, I'm pretty sure it was 50% of it. Yeah, somewhat of it. We were respecting below it, and then we were somewhat on the hourly. We were just consolidating. You could see how then towards London we started to manipulate these relative equal lows here, and then as we started to move sideways at the low, 8 a.m. formed that SMT, which then 9 o'clock expanded higher, which this was all Trump speaking, talking good about the America and everything. But personally, there was two options of getting into this trade. Like I said, you would have been able to trade this specific hourly candle based off the reversal off this SMT and at this area of liquidity, which was the previous day's low here. If we go on to the 30-minute here, you could see how we started disrespecting bearish PD arrays, and we had a good confirmation at that first half hour of the hourly candle, which we had that nice change in the state of delivery right here, which there could have been an entry right here at 9:30. If we go into the 30-minute right here, I know we had an SMT here, exactly right here, with YM it was, once again, yeah, right there, as you can see. YM was showing the strength here, while NQ was the one to make the retracement lower. And then we had this nice change in the state of delivery. Your entry could have been just right at the closure, right at the close of this bullish candle, not too far from its order block, so it would have been a nice execution just right there. And then targeting either equilibrium or for that nice 2R objective. So this was the first trade. Very easy. This would have been a very nice clean trade with no drawdown at all. Great expansion, but we still had the draw as an option here, right? Still intact. So nothing's changed. We still had the same idea, and most likely, if it previous day's high was the last straw that we had in mind. Okay, sorry, it skipped over, but we can talk about it now. I wanted to wait for 4 o'clock. I mean, the new 10 o'clock candle, which was the new 4-hour candle. I wanted to get better confirmation if we were willing to go higher, just to the fact that we are technically still bearish, right? We're still creating lower lows and lower highs, right? So I needed to get a bit more information, specifically a 4-hour. The higher the better on the time frame, to get that information that you need to confirm your bias for the day. We also didn't, this would be considered a C2, right? But if you're trying to trade with this within a C2, you need that confirmation. Like I said, a nice change in the state of delivery, an expansion with an expansion on your 30-minute or 1-hour time frame here, right? So once we got that all aligned and we had the low of day confirmed with an SMT, I wanted to wait for a continuation. So 4-hour came up, and I wanted to see the new 4-hour candle go open, low, high, close. So nothing really to I didn't really look for any PD array for it to get in. I just, due to the fact that Trump was speaking, so it was very volatile, so I didn't really think we were gonna get like some deep retracement here. You could see how price came up lower. We did have an SMT here actually. I think it was with YM once again here. Yeah, YM as well right here. So there was the SMT right here. And we were at the equilibrium, right? So this is technically an PD array right here, the equilibrium of it, and to see if we were able to close above it, which we did right here. I took the trade as it was opening right here. I missed it a little just because I was getting my broker open and everything. This was during the live call that we had. And I think I had my stop loss just right here. Didn't really want to risk too much just because of the volatility, and technically we've expanded so much from that reversal point. So it was a bit of I was in a premium. We were in a premium within this specific range, but we still had this draw here. So I wasn't really anticipating any reversal until we were able to attack this draw, reversal or type of retracement, right? These are all expansions, right? So I needed to see that expansion first to take out that draw before we expanded lower for either a reversal or a retracement. This was the draw right here, basically a 2R right here. So you could see that was entered right there. We had a bit of a retracement, but you could see how we started to respect these order blocks right here as we started climbing higher. You could see the next one going there, and then we just started expanding, and then take profit was hit right there. So very clean day. It was an A+ setup in my eyes, just based off like how we were going earlier through the daily, right? We wanted to see a C2, which we were able to take that. We took out the previous day's low. Now next, the 4-hour. What are we doing at the 4-hour? We started to accumulate here. Nothing really taken, but respecting this order block. We didn't really take out no relevant swing point, which 6 a.m. did, which gave us the confirmation of that daily C2. which was also going to give us that confirmation of that of this 4-hour C2 once we had that closure. Same thing with the 1 hour. The 1 hour we were showing expansion with a confirmation of the low of day with an SMT once we started trading away from it, right? You can have this. So we had this nice change in this data delivery right here as well as we were expanding higher. Same thing on the 30-minute, right? So a whole bunch of confluences here, guys, just for the idea today. Very good trade overall. We did eventually hit previous day high. This was a crazy expansion candle here. This is when Trump announced that apparently NATO he made a deal with NATO with Greenland. So that's exactly, imagine, I don't know how much is that, like, wow, look at that. That's crazy. Like, that's a 200-point move. That's a 400-point move. Imagine that. That's nuts. That's nuts in just that one candle, that 1 hourly candle. That is crazy. Just this 5-minute was a 200-point move. Incredible. So very volatile today, guys. Like I said, for any intermediate and advanced traders, this was a very blessed day, especially because from what we had yesterday was just shitty price action going on yesterday. But this was great. We filled in the gap now. So like I said, we had a nice C2 closure. We're still within the gap here, so we're just gonna have to wait how tomorrow holds. Specifically on the 4 hour, I would like to see us close above it and just continue going higher back to this relevant high here, right? That's the next drop, because now we're just going from the relevant low back to the relevant high, if this is considered a full-on reversal. But again, we didn't really get a good closure on the daily. This is considered C2 now, with because we closed back within this daily candle, and we still closed below the gap. Let's see how the others did here with their closure. Yeah, they're all the same. So we gotta, it's just being patient. Like I said, tomorrow we'll see how tomorrow is. We'll get our answer based on how the profile on the daily profile is, specifically on how the 4 hour looks, right? We want to see just a minor retracement to continue going higher. Nothing really on the 4 hour for anything, but most likely we would want to see this being respected, this hourly fair value gap, maybe a retracement here to continue going higher, to start taking out this these low resistance liquidity areas, and then back to the relevant the extreme high right here. So other than that, guys, that is it. Hopefully you guys take something from this video, and I'll see you guys live tomorrow, same time at 9 o'clock. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Stay safe.